What is up, YouTube? I'm Devon DaVinci, leader of the Renaissance crew, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Today I have a video that was requested to me by the Animal Guy. This was a video that they created, and they wanted to let me know what they asked me what I thought about it, so I'm going to go ahead and do a reaction to this. This is, one of the videos that they made. They just asked me to do a reaction to one of their videos, and this is the one I chose. This is Top 10 Most Intelligent Animals. Now, obviously, we know what the #1 animal on that list is. It shouldn't require any type of spoiler warning. But at the same time, that same animal could probably be on the top 10 stupidest animals list too, if there is a list like that. So what's the best word you can describe it? We have variety. That should, yeah. I will have a link for the Animal Guy's channel at the end of this video. So the last 30 seconds, if you see the icon pop up, just click on it. It'll take you to the channel. If you want to show them some support, the best thing I would recommend is to subscribe to their channel. If you want to show this video in particular some support, I always recommend that you watch the video before I do my reaction. But if you don't feel like watching the video twice, the best way you can help both channels is to open this video up in a separate tab or a separate window, put it on mute, and while you watch my reaction, their video is going to be playing in the background, and then by the time my video is over, their video will be finished as well, and you'll give both videos a view. So there you go. You also recommended a video that I would recommend, like what type of list you should make next. A video that I would like to see that I don't think a lot of people on YouTube do. Now, some people probably do, but I don't think a lot of them do. Would be a video about animals from the prehistoric era, whether it's dinosaurs or the cold age animals, whatever else, and whatever modern animal is their closest relative. So like if you want to have a T-Rex and its closest relative is this animal, Mosasaurus, its closest relative is this animal. Like anything like that. I think that would be a interesting video because there's a lot of animals from the prehistoric era that have evolved in a direction that most people wouldn't think would go in that direction. So I think that would be kind of cool. Now, with that being said, let's jump in this and see what it has to offer. That is an angry ass elephant. Number 10, bees. The bees. A bee's brain is roughly the same size as a sesame seed. They may have small brains, but they have larger. Well, they may have small brains, but they have larger brains and more neurons than any other insect of similar size. Okay, for a minute I thought it was like because of smaller brains, larger brains. I don't know which way it's going, but yeah, they're talking about compared to other insects. Bees also have. Now this is something that I've heard. Like, because bees have a hive mind, just like ants and certain insects, where it's almost like they all share the same mindset. Like they don't have any type of individuality. It's like everything goes for one particular cause. Like if whatever the colony is thinking of is what the bees will carry out. I've heard that's the next level of intelligent evolution, like. Or the evolution of intelligence. So you have like certain animals or dumb animals that tend to be isolated. They don't really do anything. Like they focus more on their own like very basic generic needs like eating, sleeping, sex, producing waste, and that's it. And then like there's the level after that where they start to get a little bit smarter. They can do things like they do things for enjoyment. They are more in touch with their emotions, things like that. But they're still isolated animals. They don't really do social structures. And then you have the next level, which is where humans are, where we have social structures. We have communities that we get together with in order to achieve our goals, things like that. And we have emotion and whatever that level is. But we haven't reached the next level of evolution of intelligence, and that is the hive mind, which is the society as a whole thinks for itself, and nothing gets in the way of that. It's like very efficient, and just like you think of something, you do it. There's nothing getting in the way of that. Like minds, like tribalistic mindsets where you're the outside group, so we don't mess with you, even though it will probably be for our better interest if we did connect with you, but we won't because of our own like personal reasons. Whereas the hive mind is just like, oh, do you want to help? Okay, fine, let's just do it. Now, I forgot exactly what that was called, but I'll have to check it out. If you guys know, go in the comment section and let me know. But all that off of one picture. Crazy. Bees can identify and remember colors and landmarks. They can recognize different landscapes, types of flowers, shapes, and patterns. And they dance to communicate. Bees remember details from routines. Bees remember details about routes up to, just a small typo right there, up to 6 miles over several days. They can determine the shortest distance between 2 points. They take different routes from their outbound and inbound journeys. They can also navigate at night. Very good eyesight. I know I stopped it again. I'm just going to be quick on this one. It's interesting when you think about insects and how eyesight works. And it starts, for me, like when I think about eyesight and what the full capability of an animal with really good eyesight is, it makes me wonder, when you as a human look around the world and see the different colors and shapes and things like that, when you think about it, we're not getting the full picture. We're not getting the full experience. There's still different spectrums of light that our eyes just cannot detect. So it's like, could you technically say your life is a lie? Or what you see in your life is a lie? Like, you don't really know exactly what you look like. You don't know exactly what your family looks like, what your surroundings look like, anything like that, because you're only getting some of it. It's like how a dog or a cat might think life looks a certain way, but because they only get certain colors that register for them, they don't know exactly what we look like. Even like with our eyes, what we can see, they can't even see that. So their reality is different than our reality, and our reality is different from the reality. So I'm wondering if is there any way to ever actually like achieve some way of seeing what reality actually is? Because like right now you see me as black, or I mean brown, but still, you know what I'm talking about. If our eyes were able to detect the entire spectrum of light, would I be black? Would you be whatever skin color you are? Would that even, like, would we even be different? Because if there's so many colors, for all we know, we could be, I'm starting to sound high right now. Okay. I don't mean to, but, but for all we know, we could be like really, really, really different, but at the same time, the same. Like we could have different color, schemes going about us with like light and things like that. But because it's so mixed up, we just end up looking like this mosaic that's just really, really fine, to the point where everything is just like specks of like difference, but it's like we're different, but it's still the same. Kind of like looking at two different pictures of a static TV screen. Like they're not the exact same. The static is in different places on both images, but it's still static for both, so it's still the similar. You know what I mean? Experiments and observations show that honeybees have the ability to think. They have the ability to learn many new things rapidly. They have a much greater ability to learn and remember compared to other insects. Bees are capable of decision-making, abstract thought, and planning. They have also been shown to understand time and have the ability to, what? To count. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Now, I don't know if this list, if you're watching this video, I don't know if this list you made is based on like an order system, like 10, like 9 is smarter than 10, 8 is smarter than 9, and so on. I don't know if that's how you did it or if it was just like, these are just the smartest animals in no particular order. I always assume octopus would be higher on the list if this is in order. Now, I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't know. I've been told that octopus, I can't imagine a handful of animals more smarter than them. The trick that octopuses, I thought the plural for octopus was octopi. I could be dead wrong, though. I don't freaking know. Used to detect and locate enemies as proof to show the intelligent power of these invertebrate. Also, they're great when it comes to camouflage. Octopuses are incredibly smart and can communicate using colors and patterns. Yeah, everybody gives chameleons the crown for king of camouflage, but they can't make their skin change textures though. They ain't about that life. They can't change colors at a moment's notice, just the snap of your fingers, and they just immediately change. So why is it that octopus got to be stuck as the weird looking thing with 8 legs and got to share that distinction with spiders when this thing could have the camouflage? And then you can give chameleon something different, like king of weird ass individually moving eyes or something. Let that be the area that it has claim for. Octopus have the largest brain compared to the rest of the invertebrates. The average octopus roughly has 130 million brain neurons. Humans have 100 billion. However, 3/5 of an octopus's neurons aren't in the brain, they're in the arms. Each arm has a mind of its own, so to speak. If cut off, which the octopus can regrow, it will wander around and even grab at food as it did when it was still attached. This makes me think about the story about, not the story, but the original description of how stegosauruses worked. Because I remember back in the day, they said that stegosauruses were believed to have a second brain in their butts pretty much to control their tails. And I'm wondering, would have been more reasonable to think of them as having neurons in their butts or something? I mean, I'm sure they've discovered what actually was the case now, but I can picture their tails and octopus's legs to be somewhat similar. Stegosauruses were dumb, okay? They probably didn't think too well together. Crows. A crow's brain is roughly the size of a human thumb, which is huge compared to its body size. Their intelligence is on the level of primates and has the ability to solve complex problems. I would love to have a pet crow. Not just because it looks like an actual dinosaur compared to other birds, like when you look at its feet and the way it like just looks. It looks like a dinosaur. And I've seen enough like videos on YouTube where people have pet birds, pet parrots, pet whatever else, and I'm interested in checking out crows. Maybe one day I'll have a crow. If I become a big enough YouTuber, I'll have a crow. Just know that. It is discovered that crows have an incredibly long-term memory to recognize human faces. Different areas of a crow's brain light up when it spots someone it perceives as friendly or threatening. Cool. So it makes it easier to have as a pet, I think. These birds are one of the few species that can use tools and find food and solve problems. They also have a social system and they communicate amongst each other using gestures. See, look, you can communicate with the bird. The New Caledonian, I believe that's how you pronounce it, crows are quite popular for picking locks, creating tools, and mirror use. The mirror test. African gray parrot. Okay, so okay, fine. If you're going to split the list into different birds, then yeah, the octopus should be as far as it is. I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought birds would just be one category, really. Parrots are considered as intelligent as a human child. That's not something to gloat about. Children can be freaking dumb. These species of parrot are renowned for problem solving, the ability to count, and have a brilliant memory. Especially boy kids. We're stupid. We'll plug a metal object into a damn outlet, knowing it could shock us, but we'll do it anyway. Why? Who the hell knows why? We just do it. Humans can be stupid, okay? Even animals know to stay away from danger when they know that it's dangerous. African gray parrots can learn a wide variety of words to communicate with humans. African gray parrots are not only smart, they also are helpful too. They are the first species of bird to pass the test that requires them to understand when another animal needs help, then to actually give assistance. That's cool. Even chimpanzees and gorillas have failed this test. Other than humans, only orangutans and bonobos have passed this test. Wow, so I'm guessing this is the smartest bird. I shouldn't see any more birds on this list then. These birds were discovered to have skills for elimination and deduction. This type of intelligence was previously observed in primates and humans. Cool. Rats. I would have never assumed that rats would be ranked higher than parrots and crows. Unless there's other types of parrots on here. The ability to think about thinking is called metacognition. Meta. I like that. Makes me feel like I'm superhuman. It was discovered that rats, like humans, can make decisions based on what they do or do not know. Also, like humans, when rats lack compassion, they can become lonely and even depressed. Oh, that's sad. And it makes it even more sadder when you realize that most people don't want rats and stuff in their households. So it's like the animal is coming into your house because it wants companionship. It wants someone to be near. And then you're just dismissing it and throwing it out into the damn streets. So it's like you got a bunch of depressed ass rats going around looking for food and friendship. Rats are surprisingly self-aware. They are ticklish and they dream just like humans. This is making me feel bad. Like pet dogs, a pet rat will learn their names and come once called and will beg for time out of their cage to interact with their owners. Rats can be taught to solve puzzles, perform tricks, and run through and complete mazes. Rats respond well to food-based rewards, so training a pet rat is relatively simple. This entry just makes me feel sadder with each fact. Alright, 5, dogs. Dogs understand empathy, have good gesture awareness, show compassion, and the average dog knows around 165 words. I don't need to provide evidence if you own a dog. Sadly, I don't, but I understand. An example of a dog's intelligence, they learn commands such as sit, paw, and fetch. And they understand the fact that you better give them a damn treat after doing that too. Bitch better have my bacon biscuits. They can understand sign language and they can read their own owner's intentions. Notice your dog when you have a plan to take them for a walk or a bath. It has been discovered that dogs are as intelligent, okay, that one went by very fast, as intelligent as a 2-year-old, or an average 2-year-old. The Border Collie is considered the smartest breed of dog. They excel at herding sheep, follow directions from whistles and arm signals, and can understand more words than most dogs. Probably closer related to wolves. Pigs. Pigs are one of the world's most intelligent animals. Pigs have incredible long-term memories. They are great at solving puzzles and can understand simple symbolic language. And they're not picky with their food, so there's that too. Pigs outperform 3-year-old human children in cognition tests and are the smartest domestic animal. And pigs are believed to be easier to train than cats and dogs, or cats or dogs. Just like dogs, they learn to play and participate in play fighting. Pigs can also sense if a person will be nice to them. They are also able to identify between familiar pigs and strangers. Elephants. I love the fact that an animal this big is smart. It's taken away from the stereotype that brains or bronze, never both. Like, this animal is gigantic, but it knows. And I like that. Elephants have a large brain, elephants have a brain larger than any other land animal, and the cortex has as many neurons as a human's brain. I love watching videos on YouTube with people playing piano for rescue elephants. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. It's amazing seeing elephants' reactions to music. I have a video on my channel actually about that. An elephant's ability to learn is remarkable. They are self-aware and they can recognize themselves in mirrors. These highly sociable animals demonstrate empathy, helpfulness, and compassion. Elephants are likely to be the only large land-dwelling mammals that communicate using seismic wave. Makes me think of these animals use Pokemon moves. Their trunks and feet can cause seismic activity, land vibrations. This makes it possible to communicate with other elephants over long distances. Elephants have incredible memories. These animals are able to remember routes over huge stretches of land, and unlike humans, elephants never forget a friend. And this elephant is in musk. I know that because I saw on Animal Channel. They said that bull elephants, when they get into musk, their temples start to leak some type of fluid. So you can tell when to not mess with them. Dolphins. Bottlenose dolphins, to be specific. Number 2. Bottlenose dolphins are one of just a handful of animals that are able to use vocal learning to develop their own signature. When young, I'm screwing up right now. When young, each dolphin creates its own unique vocal whistle that gives it an individual identity. So that means that there are dolphins that have good singing voices and dolphins that have bad singing voices. You don't know which is which? Look for the dolphin that's getting jumped by other dolphins at Dolphin Apollo. Because each whistle is unique, dolphins are able to call each other by impersonating the whistle of the dolphins they want to communicate with. It's the equivalent of calling each other by name. Many dolphins form strong social attachments and will stay with ill or injured members of their group. If needed, they will help them to the surface of the water to breathe. There have been reports of dolphins protecting swimmers from sharks by swimming around them and forming a protective ring, or they ram into sharks to drive them away. Got to be very careful. Not just dolphins, because I don't want to put this on just them, but a lot of marine animals have a real fascination with rape. Be careful. If you plan on swimming in the ocean and stuff like that, be careful out there. The sea is a lot more savage than it makes it out to be. Dolphins have also been known to team up with humans to catch fish. Oh, that's wrong. That's so wrong. Drive fish towards shore where fishermen wait to cast their nets. Yeah, that seemed like some damn turncoat, treacherous bullcrap. Like, I'm supposed to be a damn animal. Well, I guess it's a dolphin could just eat them, but I'm thinking that a dolphin's being nice to me and stuff, only to well, I guess you don't realize. You know what? This is where intelligence comes in. I guess the fish don't realize they've been bamboozled. The dolphins signal the fishermen when it's time to cast their nets. Then they catch the fish that don't make it into the nets. Well, it's just like a picture that they took together at like some type of on vacation or something. They could make this into a postcard and send it to their dolphin friends. Dolphins are notoriously talented mimics and quick learners. They demonstrate self-awareness, empathy, problem-solving, innovation, teaching skills, playfulness, grief, and joy. Them dolphins look wasted. Chimpanzee. You see, I'm not going to say anything because I feel like you could have taken some entries off and made chimpanzees at number 2. And then if there was any list on the internet that deserved to have the number 1 entry being you, this one deserved it. It should have, when I got to number 1, it should have said you with a finger pointing at you. I was expecting that and I didn't get it. Damn it. Humans and chimpanzees are remarkably similar, roughly sharing 99% of their DNA. I'm sorry I'm pausing a lot, but this is me giving commentary. The original video is there if you want to watch it without me interrupting and pausing, whatever. But people put a lot of weight on this. We share 99, 98% of our DNA with chimpanzees. Truth of the matter is that small percentage is a big ass gap. It really is. We share 50% of our DNA with bananas. Let that sink in. Yeah, that 2% seems a lot more wider now, doesn't it? Chimps are our closest living relatives, and like humans, chimpanzees live in social communities and adapt to different environments. Chimps make and use tools such as stones and to open nuts and leave. Chimps make use of tools such as stones to open nuts and leaves to soak up drinking water. Okay, I was lost for a minute. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm gonna pause this video for a couple seconds, and I want to know if people yawn. If you yawn, leave it in the comment section down below. Chimps are able to walk with tools, communicate with complex vocalization, and they have stunning problem-solving capabilities. Yeah, let me know if you yawn. They're also capable of communicating with humans using sign language. This is another reason as to why chimpanzees are the most intelligent animal on the planet. In a human environment, they can play games such as chess and poker due to their ability to use game theory. Chimpanzees have a much better short-term memory than humans. A chimpanzee named Ayumu can remember the exact sequence and placement of numbers on a monitor after observing it for less than a second. So that's like a prodigy chimp. That's going to be the one that caused the Planet of the Apes. For humans, a task like this is almost impossible, even for skilled memory champions. Honorable mentions. Come on, baby. Orangutan. Okay, I'll give it to orangutans. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty smart. Bonobos, yeah. They're pretty smart. But come on, where's number one at? Whales, okay. Whales are good too. Gorillas. A lot of great apes on this list. Seems like you're missing one. Ants. Another hive mind animal. Wolves. Social animals. Squirrels. Nut animals. Goats. Screaming animals. Oh, you did that on purpose. You left off that. Shut up, Alex. Shut up. I don't give a damn. You left off that one animal from that great apes list that didn't appear on this list. You left him off and you did it on purpose. Shame. We worked very hard to become the #1 most intelligent animal in the history of Earth. And by damn it, we deserve our spot in the limelight. Give us our spot. Give us our spot. Now, with that being said, like I said, I would like to see a type of video that relates to prehistoric animals and how they tie to modern animals, their closest relatives and things like that. That would be interesting to me. But with that being said, there weren't a lot of things that shocked me on this list. Now, some of the things that are obvious for me, like parrots, certain birds like crows, I knew that. Something that appeared on this list that surprised me. I'm trying to think. What on this list surprised me exactly? Crows, parrots, rats. Well, I know rats are smart, but I didn't expect them to make the top 10. If I would have thought about it harder, I probably would have realized it, because usually when it comes to studies and things like that, and like rats are known for being the animals that scientists test when it comes to things related to humans and stuff like that. They go through mazes and things like that. They have very good problem solving skills. If I would have thought about it harder, I would have known that. But maybe that's why I didn't make the damn top 10 list. Sorry, I'm not smart as these damn animals. Okay. I'm gonna hold that against you. Yeah, I'm gonna hold that damn thing against you. But yeah, I look forward to seeing what other videos you have in the future. Like I said, if you guys want to check out the Animal Guys channel, there will be a link that will appear in the video right around here, the last 30 seconds of the video. Click on it, check it out, subscribe to them. They're a brand new YouTuber, and they've already done a handful of videos. If you want to go check it out, there's at least like 15 videos. Well, I want to say at least 15. I'll be on the safe side. At least 10 videos on the channel right now that you can check out that cover a bunch of different categories. And they also have videos related to specific animals as fact videos. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy it. Show the original content creators some support. If you want to show me some support, the best way you can do it is to hit this like button, hit the subscribe button, and be a part of the Renaissance crew. I look forward to seeing you guys in a future video. I'm going to give you the deuces. Until then, I'm Devon DaVinci. You just been enlightened, and I'm signing out. Deuces.